In this life, there is one thing that is certain, Texas, and also that each and everybody is trying as much as possible to drive or to build that considerable wealth. Well, on the journey, you have to pack some great and some good qualities. And these are the qualities that we're going to speak about today. My name is TJ, and with me, the speaker, the author, and the MC, Mr. Ephraim Gado.
Thank you so much, TJ. So the first quality, and I don't want to call it a quality, I want to call it a prerequisite for success: purpose. Purpose is more than just a quality. It is something that everybody needs to identify in their life. In the words of the late Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, he said, "It is better to find a purpose than a job or a career, because purpose helps you to cut across disciplines. Purpose does not limit you." In my book, Purpose Revealed, I define purpose as the power to unleash and reach your full potential and achieve overwhelming success and excellence. Purpose will give you the reason to wake up in the morning. Purpose is power. Purpose is energy. Purpose is something that drives you beyond salary. Purpose is something that drives you beyond the paycheck. Purpose is about making impact beyond yourself. Purpose is about making impact on the world. Now, the first thing that you ought to do is to answer this question: who am I? You cannot find a purpose before you figure out who you are. You ought to answer the question: who am I? This is a question of personal identity, a question of your unique abilities. In answering this question of who am I, it guides you in identifying things that you ought to do. The second question that you ought to answer is, where am I from? This is not a question of race. It's not a question of nationality. Whether you are from Africa, China, India, America, or Brazil, it's a question of your creator. Where are you from? The third question is, what am I here to do? This is a question of your unique assignment, the question of your purpose. Being able or answering these three questions will guide you in identifying the work that you ought to do. After identifying your purpose, you ought to write it down. It has to be a vision board, something you see every day, something you look at each morning, each afternoon, each evening, something that you have to put in your mind, something that drives you each and every day. You cannot be a success in life without identifying your purpose, because success in life is always it must always be linked with purpose. In actual fact, the definition of purpose, according to Dr. Miles Monroe, is simply the completion of purpose. So you cannot be successful in anything you ought to do, whether in business, in finance, in anything you do, without identifying your purpose. So you ought to identify this thing called purpose. Purpose is a radar, it's a map, it's a blueprint that guides you each day in doing what you must do. I urge you to take time to identify your purpose, because purpose is that which leads you to success.
So, the second quality to support the purpose that has been introduced by Mr. Ephraim Gado is confidence. And in this, I'm talking about self-confidence. Do you do things to the perfect level so that you can be confident about yourself? Well, if you live a life in which you don't have confidence, let me tell you what happens. And I, for one, will never settle for that life. Because a life without confidence is a life in which I'm going to avoid each and every difficult situation. And for you to be very successful in life, you have to tackle those difficult situations. The second thing that you can live with is anxiety. If you live with anxiety, then at the end of the day, you're going to live with fear. And a life with fear, imagine how the animals live in the wild, knowing that the lion is going to come and catch them. That's not a beautiful life. And also, if you don't have self-confidence, you're always going to be upbeat about criticism. You're always going to be afraid of the criticism that you get from people. You're always going to be putting your ears on the ground to hear what people are speaking about you, and you're going to cry about it. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about you having the confidence. And do you know what you do with confidence? With self-confidence, you build the best version of the person that you are. And how can you build this self-confidence? Firstly, take good care of yourself. Is it your clothes? Is it your hair? Is it anything that you do to yourself as far as food is concerned? The moment that you take good care of yourself is the moment that you're going to be self-confident. Take good care of yourself for other people. Well, my father used to say, you know what, Johnson? I'm the first important person, and I'm going to take good care of myself for you, because he knew that if he take good care of himself, then for me it's always also going to be very easy. And now the next thing that you can do is to change the mindset. You can start tackling the things that were difficult in your life. You can start setting higher goals and use the achieved results for you to be even more self-confident. With self-confidence, my friends, I tell you, you can do most of the things, and the journey for wealth creation becomes easy.
After self-confidence, you need enthusiasm. This is an intense desire, an intense drive, an intense fire that pushes you to get to the next level. How much do you want it? How bad do you want this dream? How much do you want this goal? How much do you want this vision? It is only enthusiasm that pushes you to go to the extra mile. When other people are quitting, when other people are giving up, it is only the fire that lies within. It is only the desire that lies within. It's a voice that is inside, a voice that is crying loud inside. And 90% has to be inside, 10% has to be outside action. But without the fire, without the enthusiasm, there's less action. People that are enthusiastic have got a strong feeling of eagerness, a feeling of, I'm not going to give up until I do this. I urge you to find that enthusiasm, that desire, that fire, the passion. Successful people are passionate people. Successful people are enthusiastic people. When they stand up, their fire, it moves around the room. Their fire goes, it's transferable to other people. Their fire is visible. It's visible, it's clear, because they know what they want in life. You have to find this desire. You have to find it somewhere within. In achieving success in life, you need that energy, that desire, that fire. Otherwise, if you lack this fire, I'm telling you, you won't get to that level where you want to go. So I'm encouraging each and every one of us, in whatever that you are doing, in whatever that you are pursuing, it could be your business, your career, your finances, whatever you are doing, you ought to find this thing called desire, this thing called enthusiasm, the fire that burns inside, the fire that pushes you to go beyond the ordinary so that you're able to do the extraordinary. You need that fire, you need that passion, you need that enthusiasm.
Well, number 4, what is the best quality that you can have in yourself? In this moment, I'm just going to tell you that it's expertise. Expertise in what, TJ? It does not matter. The best investment that you can do is the investment in yourself. And the best human capital that you have, the better you can plan, the better you can execute, and the better you can reach the result. So we need you to have expertise. Is it an expertise in communication? Is it an expertise in closing deals? Is it an expertise in making a table? You have to make these expertise. Is it practical, or is it even just a service? You have to be good in doing these things. These days it's quite easy. You can take an advantage of the internet. Talk of Coursera, talk of EDX, talk of Facebook, YouTube. There's a lot of expertise that you can gain from there, and there's a lot of knowledge that you can learn from there. So each and every time that you're going around, I'm on social media. Well, just take some 10 minutes to learn something. It is boring. Education has always been boring, but it starts with those 10 minutes. With those 10 minutes, they're going to be developed into 20, into 30, into 40. When it becomes a habit, you're going to see that investing in oneself or in yourself is the best decision that you can ever make. So make sure that you have got high expertise in services and also even in the practical field. So expertise is important.
After expertise, after you have acquired that expertise in your field of, in any area that you're interested in working in, you've got to move to preparation. Now, it was Benjamin Franklin who said, by failing to prepare, you're actually preparing to fail. And Abraham Lincoln went on to say, give me 6 hours to chop a tree, and I will spend 4 hours sharpening the axe. All that implies to the need of preparation. A number of people dread to get to retirement because they haven't prepared for that time. A number of people dread times when there's death in family, when children have to go to college. Why? Because they did not take time to prepare. Preparation is a prerequisite for success. Life does not give you success if you're not ready. You have to be ready. You've got to be ready for success. It was Whitney Young who said, it's better to be prepared without an opportunity than to have an opportunity without being prepared. So you've got to be ready for success. Prepare for that exam, prepare for that marriage, prepare for that wedding, prepare for that presentation. Take time. How much time do you put in preparation for whatever that you are doing? What do you do on your spare time? What do you do when nobody is watching? What are you doing that feeds into your tomorrow? What are you doing each day that feeds into your future? What are you doing each day that feeds into your children's future? What are you doing today that feeds into your grandchildren's future? You've got to prepare for tomorrow by doing something today. You've got to prepare for tomorrow by doing something each day that feeds into your future. Prepare for tomorrow, today. People that run races, they will tell you that they don't win the race the day they run. They win the race the days prior to the race, because the months prior to the race, they're preparing, they're exercising, they're doing everything, and also working on their mentality. So victory is not victory on the day of victory, but victory is victory days prior to the day of victory. So I encourage you to prepare for it tomorrow, today, by doing something each day that feeds into your future. Do something every day that feeds directly into your future. Think about your children today. Think about your grandchildren today, and do something that will prepare for your children's education, for your children's future. Do something today.
So it is very important for a person to have the purpose in life, because purpose is deeper and is bigger than anything that you can ever think of. So when you have the purpose, the next thing that you're going to have is the confidence for you to do the right things. This is going to be coupled by the enthusiasm, and the enthusiasm is going to be the power that comes from inside that drives you to achieve those set objectives. If you are not set for the purpose, then you have to acquire some expertise so that at least you can improve your results from 1 to 10. It is very important. And all of these things, you have to be prepared to be the best version of yourself. So this is the summary of the qualities that a person can have when they are on this journey for wealth creation. My name is TJ, and I would like to thank Mr. Ephraim Gare, the author, the speaker, and the MC.